Good morning. This is Pastor Tom Adams of the Good News Bible Church of Cohasset. Some time ago in our Bible study group, the question was brought up concerning rewards. They asked, what does God give a believer rewards for? Or what works does God consider worthy of a reward? First of all, I want to be perfectly clear. No one is given salvation because of them doing good works. Salvation is a gift. In the book of Ephesians chapter 2 and verses 8 and 9, it says, "For by grace are we saved through faith, and not of ourselves. It's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast." The only requirement that anyone must do is to believe that what Christ did when he died on Calvary and was resurrected is that he completely paid by that work alone for the sins of mankind. To believe that we have to do anything, no matter how great or small, is believing that what Christ has done on our behalf is inadequate. In the book of Romans chapter 11, verse 6, it says, "If it is of grace, it cannot be of works." As Paul said, grace and works cannot abide together. Think about it. Grace speaks of a complete gift. To add an iota of works completely wipes out grace. So salvation is really not a reward, because rewards contain the idea that we are given something because of something we have done. Salvation is received when we believe that what Jesus Christ has done is totally sufficient. After we have trusted Jesus Christ alone for salvation, then there are many things that God rewards us for. In the book of James chapter 1 and verse 12, it tells us that God blesses and rewards the believer for enduring temptation. And we must admit, even though we are saved and guaranteed of heaven, we oftentimes take our eyes off of God's guidance, and we're tempted by things of this world. In Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16, it tells us we are to walk in the Spirit and we will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. In the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 4, it tells of the crown of glory for those who support God's work. Some folks are able to help meet the financial needs of a church. Some are not able. Some are able to help maintain the church building. Whenever help is given to the message of salvation by grace, to have it continue, the people involved will receive a reward. In 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 14, we're told that if we faithfully support God's work, we will be rewarded. Many people are not able to give money and are restricted by their ability to do physical work. But the greatest reward of all is given for faithfulness. Many people don't realize how important it is to have them in the congregation every week. I personally haven't any idea how much money in our church that anyone donates, but their presence is tremendously uplifting. To me, they're all family members. We are in God's family and we are one. Another reward or crown is given to those who lead others to Christ. This is not only a reward to be received upon the return of Christ. We immediately are blessed in the knowing that another person has become a member of God's family. We're told also that we will be rewarded for contending for the faith. In other words, when we are confronted by someone who is giving out a false message, one that speaks of man's works being necessary for salvation, we're to stand firm and always defend the true gospel, which is salvation by grace through faith. We hear many people throw the word grace around without knowing what the meaning really is. Grace is receiving something wonderful when we deserve punishment. Grace is receiving eternal life absolutely free. This has been Pastor Tom Adams of the Good News Bible Church of Cohasset. I'd like to invite each and every one of you to our Sunday services at 9 a.m. and to our Wednesday services at 7 p.m. I can be reached at my office. The phone number is 218-999-9012, or my home. The phone number there is 218-326-5972. Until next week, may the grace and love of God become more and more real to you each and every day. Goodbye for now, and thank you for listening.